no new major news outside of the Fani Willis of what we've already expected. However, the judge is starting to weigh in on whether or not Fani could really be held accountable for the situation. And we know that Fani's team is subpoenaing, making sure that they try to remove this case from under the judge's nose in the first place. Shout out to my dog Lance Swizzle. I just got that article that you sent to me. I'm going to be tapping in because I seen that. We're going to be talking about that, Lance, on After Hours tonight. Tonight we got After Hours. We're going to be talking about that straight from the condo. But check out what's going on with Fani, y'all.
In the last few hours, lawyers for Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis and Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade were in court trying to block subpoenas that would require them to testify at a hearing later this week.
Now, during that hearing, a judge will evaluate a motion seeking to disqualify the pair from prosecuting the ongoing Trump RICO case. Investigative reporter Zach Merchant has been tracking this story for weeks now. He joins us live in the studio with the latest. Zach.
Guys, the big takeaway today, despite DA Willis asking the judge to cancel that hearing, Judge Scott McAfee said it will proceed as scheduled. It's the latest development in the ongoing controversy in the case after one of Trump's co-defendants, Michael Roman, filed a motion seeking to kick Willis and Wade off of the case, accusing the pair of having an improper romantic relationship. Earlier this month, Willis and Wade admitted they had a relationship, but Willis denied benefiting from it. Willis asked the court to cancel the disqualification hearing and just rule on the motions, but today, Judge Scott McAfee said Thursday's hearing will happen.
The state has admitted a relationship existed, and so what remains to be proven is the existence and extent of any financial benefit, again, if there even was one.
Judge McAfee scheduled time on Thursday and Friday for the hearing and also left open the possibility it could last even longer. The judge did block the subpoena of Nathan Wade's bank records today, but so far he has not yet definitively ruled on whether Willis and Wade will have to testify.
Now, what do I say on this show? It always comes back to the moolah, baby. Because the question is, did they benefit from an improper relationship? Unequivocally, my opinion is yes. Because you can't make over 700 bands. You can't make the equivalent of $750,000 and the separation between you and the next guy is this big of a gap. And if I'm busting you down and I got to use the taxpayers' money, we going to be going on trips together. So you can't say that they didn't benefit from an improper relationship. But the real question that we asking ourselves here is this, guys. How can you be fighting a case and you trying a case at the same time? How you going to be fighting cases and trying cases at the same time? What in the black culture is happening here? I ain't never seen nobody that's fighting cases and trying cases. I don't even know how you had the capacity to be able to do so. You got to be a smooth young brother to be busting it down, fighting cases, trying cases, and going through divorce proceedings at the same time. Listen, they got 3 cases, 3 different situations, and they giving straight up bust down faces all at the same time. I don't even know when you have time to get it bust down. You trying Trump, you dealing with YSL, you going through divorces at the same time, and you trying to get subpoenaed for whether or not you was benefiting improperly financially from your relationship from busting down a 50-something-year-old woman? Come on, fam. Come on. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. But we going to continue. This is just quick hits. We're not going to deep dive into it right now. Let's continue. So in addition to that, businesses are considering suing the city of Oakland because of all of the crime and everything that is happening over in the city. I agree with you, Eric Daniels. That's why she needs to recuse herself. But no, she said that we can do it all. Businesses are thinking about suing the city of Oakland. Check it out.
New at 5, frustrated business owners in the city of Oakland say they're ready to take the city to court.
Yeah, they say more needs to be done to crack down on break-ins that are affecting their bottom line. Our crime reporter Henry Lee is here now with the latest developments. Henry.
Well, Mike and Julie, these business owners say they've been asking over and over for the city to do more. They say they're deciding whether to get the city's attention by suing. Another small business in Oakland burglarized before dawn Monday.
Angry too much.
It happened at Hemo Spot Juice Bar and Cafe at Seminary and Foothill in East Oakland at about 4 in the morning. Owner Ahmed Almoad tells me the burglar stole a cash register and caused thousands of dollars in damage.
They broke in the store, that closed today. No money, no cash, no customer.
And this is the worst it has ever been. It's very scary. We need solutions now. We need things to be done now.
Ali Albasiri of the Bay Area Small Merchants Chamber of Commerce says some store owners are considering suing the city because they feel helpless, like the juice bar owner.
I told him not to call his insurance because as soon as he calls his insurance to file a claim, then the insurance company will not renew his policies. And this is the problem that we are suffering right now.
The break-in happened a day after Albasiri spoke at a rally outside the In-N-Out in East Oakland, which will close next month because of crime.
We are in a state of emergency right here, and we are going downhill fast. This is a nosedive, and we need to step up and stop this insanity.
The same group has held similar rallies across Oakland, demanding solutions.
That's right. I am, just as responsible as the mayor and the rest of us.
Oakland City Council member Noel Gallo attended the rally and agreed more needs to be done by those in office.
The reality is in government, and I said from the federal, to the state, to the county, to the city, we need to be more in cooperation with each other. And we as a taxpayer demand that action.
Now, business owners plan to meet with attorneys this week to decide whether to take legal action against Oakland.
Now we're in a space to where I agree Oakland is done, Lance. Now we're in a state to where people are evaluating whether or not they got to sue to get protection for businesses that they pay taxes on in order to keep people employed and to keep the city's coffers filled. I got to pay you, or I got to pay somebody for you to do your job in order for us to be safe. But you get what you pay for. You get what you vote for. You wanted to pay for somebody to represent you that didn't have your best interests at heart, and so now you want to complain about it. The one thing that we don't want y'all to do, though, is to try to move out and come over into another city and then bring your same mindset and voting practices with you. Now y'all got to protest. I've never seen, I could be off, in my 41 years on the face of this earth, I've never seen business owners protest the city that they do business in for protection. Not one time do I ever remember in my entire existence on the face of this earth, business owners having to protest in order to get things done in their own city. But, like I said, this is what y'all voted for, so this is what we're going to rock with. And then last but not least, and this really saddened me, I was heartbroken as a result of this last thing. A mother is grieving her son after he was killed as a result of a basketball game. A basketball game.
Tonight, the mother of a 10th grader shot and killed after a basketball game in East Point wants justice. 15-year-old Mario Bailey was killed outside the game at a Tri-Cities high school on Friday night. That's where Fox 5's Rob D'Arienzo is live for us today. Rob, you saw cops back at the school today.
Christine, good afternoon to you. That's exactly right. Cops are actually back here at the scene. They've been coming and going all day. So much heartbreak in this community tonight. The 15-year-old's mom says she showed up here moments after she got the news.
All I can say is I'm so that was my one and only child.
Mario Bailey's mom says she just spoke with him a few minutes before someone shot him outside a basketball game at Tri-Cities High in East Point Friday night.
I just had sex my kid maybe 9:23, 9:22, and he was being killed at 9:25.
The principal says multiple fights broke out as spectators were leaving the game against Banneker High. Another student was stabbed but survived. Shanice Bailey says she rushed over there trying to find her son.
The police, the ambulance coming from everywhere. They shutting off the scenes, everything. I'm looking like, I'm calling my son, I'm texting my son. I look at his location, he right here.
Bailey describes Mario as a bright, free spirit and a hard worker. He planned to join the military after graduation.
We raising Mario to be better than our environment. At the end of the day, we raising him to be better. And this situation right here, it just tore up everything that we did for him.
On Monday, there was a notable police presence back at the school. The principal told parents they're offering in-person and virtual counseling for students who need a shoulder to cry on. Bailey's killer is still on the loose, and with so many kids there that night, his mom knows someone can help find them.
I really, really, really would like people that was there at the scene to just say, like, this what happened.
She's now left to bury her only son, but she's confident police will catch his killer.
The message that I do have for the people that did what they did to my son, my heart break for you, because when the police find you, your mama gonna cry like I'm crying.
And back out here live, still so many unanswered questions tonight. You can see those Fulton Schools police units outside of the school as the investigation continues. Meanwhile, Bailey says they're planning a candlelight vigil for her son tomorrow night. Of course, we're going to get some more details on that, and we will pass those along.
Nate, basement of politics and news, you speak in the sentiments of my heart. You're speaking the sentiments of my heart. Two things. Number one, ain't nobody snitching. They keeping it real in the hood. Ain't nobody snitching, because snitches get stitches, boy. What type of jungle and what kind of standards do we have? Everybody know who did everything except for the very mother that got to bury her kid out here in these streets. Ain't nobody snitching. Ain't nobody telling. Ain't nobody talking. Stab, fight, gunshots, bullets whizzing everywhere. Dude was supposed to be going into the military and everything is gone. That's number one. Number two, every single story that I see and that I hear permeate and come across these platforms, I see the same thing, different day. And what do I see? There's never, ever, ever any man that is even remotely close to getting in the camera or that this woman is attached to that say it was a father that was in their life. Never. I've never, ever, the last father that I seen participate, and probably one of the only fathers that I seen on these platforms, the last father that I seen that was in these children's lives was Carly Russell. You know, the chick that was saying that she seen a little white baby on the side of the road? That was the last father that I seen participating in a child's life that ultimately something happened to him. And even in Carly Russell's case, nothing really happened to her. She just made up a whole bunch of nonsense. But nothing happened to her. I never, ever, ever see a man participating in these children's lives, but we continue to open up their legs and then have these children and try to raise these kids by themselves, and you can't. And we can sit here and debate and go back and forth and say, well, it's the man's fault for not fighting and participating in the kid's life, and it's the mother's fault for not choosing the right man to have a children by, and all of this stuff. But ultimately, we don't necessarily mean nothing. It could be her and her grandmother. It could be her and... I don't see a father in the picture. Nowhere. Nowhere. We could mean grandmother, grandfather, family, community. It could mean anything. I don't hear her say his father, me and his father. I don't see none of that. So listen, I don't do maybes. I don't do maybes. The only thing I do is what I see. I react to what I see. And I don't see a father in the picture, and that's unfortunate.